The problem with dating today, social media's impact. For one, everyone feels like they have an endless supply of options because of social media. Everyone feels so accessible, and we're all just one DM away from meeting a new person. Because connecting with new people is so easy, people feel like they're replaceable, or it creates the illusion that there's always somebody better out there, a better match. And it stops people from fully committing or investing into one person, because why invest into one person today when you could meet a better match tomorrow? Unrealistic beauty standards are warping our minds. We're being bombarded with images of models and influencers, baddies, celebrities who represent the top 1% of beauty standards. And it's distorting what we perceive as normal. It's making us not appreciate the everyday people in our lives and what they look like. Normal people who are beautiful and completely normal. They just don't have surgical enhancements or Photoshop or don't have professional makeup and hair. And we can't forget that when we are looking at these images of models and influencers and celebrities. But it's totally normal to want to adhere to that, to look like that, and to think that we should find a partner who looks like that. But our reality is most people look pretty ordinary. The grass is greener complex, constant comparison. If you're in a relationship and you're seeing other couples who seem seemingly perfect, always on extravagant dates, traveling, the perfect power couple dynamic, it can be hard not to compare your own relationship and wonder if you're settling or if you're in the right relationship, especially when you're not seeing all the downsides and you're literally just seeing people's highlight reels and what they want to show the public. No one's ever really alone. I mean, these days it feels like no one's truly single. Everyone's juggling something, whether they're still talking to their ex, friends with benefits, a situationship. And for those who are actually truly alone, it can feel so isolating because you're watching everyone else constantly connected to someone. And if you're not putting yourself out there, it becomes even harder to meet someone. Like, how are you going to meet someone if you're watching Netflix 24/7, if you're always at home? Like, unless you expect your soulmate to knock on your door during the next Love is Blind episode, it's really not going to happen. So you have to get out there. And where is there? I have no idea, but it's not your couch. Hookup culture and the casualization of relationships. So if you're not meeting people in real life, then you probably are on an app. And hookup culture, which is largely driven by dating apps and social media, has normalized casual sex and short-term flings. It's contributed to a lot of people avoiding commitment altogether. The focus on quick physical connections over emotional bonds has made it more difficult to establish long-term relationships, meaningful relationships. And don't be fooled, many are left feeling unfulfilled after their encounters, but they don't know how to escape the cycle. Romance is dying, with influences like Shira7, the sprinkle lady, or Fresh and Fit, red pill culture, the whole feminist movement, incel movement. Men are being taught not to be simps, not to be vulnerable or romantic. Guys are more hesitant to take women out on traditional dates or invest in a relationship out of fear of looking weak. And women, on the other side, are prioritizing securing a high-value man over finding real love. Dating has become this weird transactional game where it's less about actual connection and it's more about what each person can get from the other person. Too many people are focused on what they want in a person rather than what they can actually offer in a relationship. And a lot of these people that are requesting a high value person aren't even high value themselves and don't even really qualify. Women don't need men to survive anymore. Women don't need to marry to survive or to secure financial stability, not like they used to. And now that women are independent and earning their own money, marriages are happening less and less. And it's kind of brought in us to this overemphasis of independence and our careers. There's a heavy focus on career success and personal independence, which is great again. However, it's also leads people to postponing relationships and avoiding them until they feel like they've made it or they got it together, until they're in a place where they can date. And a lot of those people who end up dating later in life find a hard time finding a partner because they really lack any actual experience. And lately, with the economy and inflation, it's been so tough for one income to support a family like it used to. So both people usually do have to work. Kids before marriage are way more normalized. We're seeing a shift of people having kids before marriage and it being totally socially acceptable. What once before was so taboo is now completely normal. Or without even a long-term relationship, people are comfortable just co-parenting. Socially, it's less about traditional timelines and it's more about what works for the couple or the individual. Everyone's naked online and intimacy is losing its value. And I can't lie, I can be a bit guilty of this too. Everyone's already putting so much of themselves out there online, whether it's through revealing photos or sharing personal parts of their lives. You no longer need to build deep connection to see somebody's life or body. I mean, it's already available to you on social media. The mystery, the excitement, the effort it used to take to get to know someone on an intimate level, well, it's all disappearing because how easily we're exposed to each other now, and also just how desensitized we've become to seeing naked bodies on the internet. In conclusion, at the end of the day, dating has become more complex and challenging, largely thanks to social media and shifting societal norms. It's important to recognize these pressures for what they are and not let them dictate how you approach love in relationships. Real, meaningful connections are still possible. Traditional connections are still possible if we stop chasing perfection and what we see on the internet and start valuing authenticity. Social media can definitely distort your view of what's truly important. So focus on what makes you feel happy and not what looks good to everyone else. If you resonated with any of these points, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. As always, take care and see you in the next one.